Hello, everybody. So sorry for taking a minute. I wanted to um, clear the food off of my desk, clear my dinner dishes off, and get myself some water. I am going to wait just a little bit longer before I actually start doing the reviews. Hi, Wild. And hi, Enoch. Hi. I'm excited for this stream too. I put not like an insane amount of work into the pre-production on the stream, but I did like it was like 2.5 hours of work that went into this little PowerPoint that we're gonna go over. Yes, it's a it's a PowerPoint presentation. Um, uh, Now this is an experiment. Hi, Rowan. Hi. Some new faces today, or at least people I don't remember. It's been a long time since I've streamed. Um, I have put a lot of work. I heard I made a PowerPoint and I got so excited. Shout out, by the way, to slidesgo.com. That is where I got the template for this PowerPoint presentation. They're really great. I found out about it through a fellow teacher. Hi, Ernest Bioman, so I hope to stick around. Hi, Drake, I hope you're able to stick around. Um, so, what was I saying? I put like about 2.5 hours of work into this presentation. Um, this is experimental. I have never done a Lair review stream before, and I know that people do like vocal Lair reviews sometimes. I've had like a few people that I'm mutuals with like do vocal Lair reviews, but I don't know if streamed Lair reviews are a thing, like video Lair reviews. And I didn't want to just be like sitting there clicking, thinking, hemming and hawing, so I wanted to do these all like beforehand, get all my thoughts together. Um, so I would really appreciate feedback um, on how you guys like this stream. Uh, and that goes for like anyone watching the VOD as well. You can send me an ask on Tumblr, or you can comment in the forum. Never seen a stream layer review. It's very experimental, and that's why I needed to watch it. Yay, I'm glad. So yeah, if you guys have any feedback, please talk to me on Tumblr, talk to me on Flight Rising. I will be happy to take in any feedback and go from there, because I this was the number one requested when I did that little poll um, 2 weeks ago, last week. It ended last week. When I did that little poll last week, first time watching an FR stream. Hi, happy to have you here. I used to stream a lot back in 2020 and 2021, and then life kind of happened and I stopped. And it's been like 2 years since I've been consistent, but I did a poll, and out of 19 respondents, 18 people said that they wanted Lair review streams. That was the number one voted category of the options that I gave. And so I was like, okay, let's figure out how to do this. Let's try to like put this together and like find out how we can do this. So yeah, any feedback would be great. I'm basically just going to take you guys through this presentation. Um, and what you're seeing on screen now is the schedule for this month. I'll go ahead and go over it real fast. Tonight is Lair reviews. Next Thursday, I'll be dressing viewer dragons. I'll probably put in a call for applicants probably tomorrow, and it'll just be however many people want to go. I'm gonna limit it to one dragon per person, but just like however many people want, and I'll try to get through all of them. The 17th is just gonna be a chill collie stream, because I've got an event coming up that weekend, and I've got like D&D stuff that weekend, and it's just that's gonna be a very busy weekend, so I just want to chill. We will be doing a giveaway game in which I want you to submit badly drawn dragons, and I'll give more information about that like the week before that stream. The 23rd is my annual Mass Hatch. Um, I hope you're able to get a Lair review in sometime, Greg. Honestly, if this goes well, I'll probably do this like once a month. Wednesday is my annual Mass Hatch stream. I will put a link in my signature on the forums, and I'll also post on Tumblr a link to the forum post I'm going to make about that. I will not ping the regular ping list for my for my like regular FR streams. So if you want to be a part of that, you'll have to sign up for a different ping list. But I'll post a link to that when we get a bit closer. That Thursday will not be any stream because I want to like have a day to like recuperate. That stream, by the way, I've got like 75 eggs. I actually think I have 77 eggs now, and I might crack some open before then, maybe on stream. Wednesday the 30th is going to be Dragon Halloween costumes. It'll be another dressing room stream. But instead of like just regular like dressing dragons, you'll be able to tell me a costume idea that you want your dragon to be dressed as, and I'll dress up your dragon. That will also include a giveaway game for Scrying Dragons. Yes, Halloween costumes. It's going to be fun. I'm excited for that one. I will announce a little bit closer to everything what the prizes for the giveaways are going to be. People really wanted jeans, and I might throw in like some apparel on the Halloween one. I'll figure that out a little bit closer. Okay, let me get a drink. I got myself Pokey and a boba for dinner tonight, and it's really nice. I'm very happy with it. Okay. Here we go. We're going to go ahead and get started. Yeah, it was very nice. It was very lovely. Okay, let's go ahead and start. Alright, so Lair review stream. Again, I got the template for this from slidesgo.com. I thought it was fun and whimsical and kind of fit the vibe of like Flight Rising. I don't know how long the stream is going to take. It might be shorter than a usual stream. It might be longer than a usual stream. I'm not really sure. I do have 4 Lairs that we're going to be reviewing. And I did not link them here just because I thought it would be a little bit difficult to link them. But I do have the usernames at the start of each review. And if you go into the forum thread, you can see the applicants and you can like click through to their Lairs. Now, I did ask for 1 to 3 tabs from everyone, and originally I was going to review all the tabs that were provided to me, and then I put together 1 tab review, and I realized how much work it was, and I decided, okay, can't do that. Can't do all 3 tabs. But I went and picked what I felt was my favorite tab from each person that submitted. Like I said, please give your feedback in the forum thread if you have any feedback. If you're someone who got reviewed and you're like really bummed out that you didn't get a specific tab reviewed, I can change it in the future to just be like one specific tab. All right. We are starting off with Wild Wings Lair. Specifically the tab Shikar. Am I pronouncing that correctly? I do apologize if I mispronounce anything. I will do my best. Yay, Wild! Okay. So, with Wilds, we'll go over like the format of the review, and you guys can see every review after this has the same format. It goes in the same way. All right. So first off, Lair vibes. I wanted to just sort of summarize the vibes, the feeling, the like mood of the lair, and I got kind of poetic with it. So, hope you guys like this. It might be kind of pretentious, but I had fun writing these. So, Shakar. I would describe Shakar as a hazy sunrise that eventually fades into a moody dusk. A street market that hides some sort of secret, and the shimmer of water evaporating in the desert. Um, like as you can see, like a lot of like sunset, like sun vibes, a lot of light vibes, a lot of deserty vibes. This layer was described as in between light and lightning, if I'm remembering correctly. I probably should have included the like layer tab description, and I might do that in a future one. Um, and next, I made a little mood board for everybody. I made a mood board for every layer, every tab that I reviewed. Um, so I hope you like it. Um, for these mood boards, the VOD will be available. I'm probably going to download the VOD and slap it up on YouTube. But if you want a screenshot of the mood board without my like little streaming frame around it, just let me know and I can give you a screenshot. These were sourced from Pinterest. It was Pinterest, so it was kind of hard to find sources. This is just for private like use, so I'm not like planning to like do anything with this. Yeah, this this was like when I realized like I could not do 3 tabs for every layer because I was like I really was dedicated. Like I was at work all day and I was like what am I going to do for each of these mood boards? I was like so excited to do the mood boards. So yeah, we've got like a like desert oasis, some like ruins, like some wind chimes, some lightning, a market, some succulents. Yeah, it would be too much to do 3 tabs with this. But maybe one giveaway, maybe a future giveaway will be like the winner of the giveaway gets like an in-depth layer review where like I go through every single tab and I do like this whole thing. I'm so glad you like it, Wild. I had a lot of fun with this. And yours was kind of the experimental one. I think I kind of like started to hit a groove after yours. But like this one was like really like playing around, seeing like what I was gonna do with this format. All right. Top 3 dragons from this tab. First off is Savath. Thank you, Rowan. So Savath, lovely, gorgeous pearl catcher. What I said is that her outfit reminds me of a Katrina doll, like the Mexican Day of the Dead dolls. Her lore makes her sound so fun. She's a cider brewer, but she's also like a smuggler, and she sounds like a very fun character to like interact with, but also like I wouldn't want to like snoop too deep into her business if she was a real life person. I wouldn't want to like go snooping too much because I think something bad might happen to me. She had an absolutely gorgeous Gajinka. And I should probably include Gajinkas in the future. I just wasn't sure how to go about including Gajinkas with this particular slide layout. But really beautiful Gajinkas. Next is Elisar. I'm glad I read her right. Elisar, I love a spooky bitch. The outfit matches the Gajinka so well, just beautiful, like phenomenal, like outfit to Gajinka matching. There was some lore about the wilds, which is part of like the environment here, and it really makes me want to read more. Like that, the level of lore in Wild's Lair is just insane. Like, almost every dragon I looked at had lore of some kind, and it all like wove together into this incredible world building, but also really strong characters. And if I remember correctly, Elisar had a Gajinka by our friend Cal, which I love seeing. I love Cal's kitty people. I've got multiple. I cannot resist buying a kitty person Gajinka from Cal. Like, they are just like so like catered to me. And then Averin, Queen, Slay, Yas. I am obsessed. I am so jealous that I don't own this dragon. Like, this dragon is like Maybelline vibes through and through. I know when I saw Averin, I was like, is this one of my kiddos? No, I do not have a pair like this. But like the outfit, the colors, the jeans, it's like this is like yum 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 yum, delicious. Eating it up. Like, please give me more. I love this. Um, and her lore also was very my vibes. I am like obsessed with like magical people that make a deal with you, and she's like sort of a necromancer sort of character. And it was just like, oh, I'm obsessed. If you ever want to do cross layer lore with her, by all means hit me up. I am enthralled. She is so good. She is like one of my favorite dragons in your lair. She was so good. Um Moving on to the best dressed dragon. I wanted to single out the dragon that I felt had the best outfit, because I am such an outfit boy. I love making outfits for my dragons. And in my opinion, the best dressed in Wild's Lair was Lanique. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Wild was very wonderful and had pronunciation guides for the names of these dragons, which I think I got most of them right. I'm sorry if I didn't. I did put this together like a day ago. Yeah, I got it right. Really good color matching. Like, the different sets go together so well that like I forgot that helmet and those wing guards are not the same set. Like, the color matching is so spot on. And I really like that like most of the dragon is covered, but that you see that little like peak of like her thigh, and you see that like the poison primary, and that peeking out is just so nice. I like that. Like, there's bits of the dragon like peeking through in most of the outfits that I saw in this lair. Just really liked it. And now my overall thoughts. There is clearly so much thought and so much love put into this entire tab. Every, or at least almost every dragon had some sort of art, which that and the outfits and the accents really show how many resources were put into these dragons. Like, this layer is kind of a flex, honestly. Like, not in a bad way. It's not like I didn't feel like I was being like flexed on, but I could look at this and be like, so much work went into this, so much effort. It's so impressive. Like, this is what I wish my lair were. There is so much lore. It's clear that this is a really developed world with clans, factions, politics, magic. I would read a novel or play a video game with these characters. Like, they are so like well thought out. Mo says, Wild's Lair is absolutely a fave to visit. This is inspiring me to do a good deep dive to snoop around. Like, the quality and thought that goes into every facet of the lair is crazy. You're welcome, Wild. This was such a good tab to start on. This was so just like so much fun to like start with this tab. And not to say that any of the tabs were bad, but this was like just such a good like place to start because it really helped me gather my thoughts and figure out how I wanted to approach these reviews. Um, Next one is Rare, which I do want to get into, but I have been trying really hard to stay hydrated these past couple days, so I need to use the bathroom. So I am going to put the schedule back up for a second and turn off my mic, and I will be back in just a minute. Okay, I am back. Wild says, it truly was a labor of love. That's 10 whole years of dragoning in there, and, like, it shows. Like, I've also been playing the game for oh, almost 11 years now. But I've, like, taken so many breaks in between my lore, and I've just, like, not really been keeping up with it. The level of dedication is, like, really inspiring. Okay, let me go down to Rare. Okay, the tab that I reviewed for Lair was Chicana College. The vibes of this Lair: bioluminescent beach after dark, marine biology lab run by a bunch of mad scientists, and a deep sea submarine. This was obviously a water lair. Um, this was a college of researchers um, under a clan matriarch who encourages research, which in their lore was rare for a water lair. Um, so it had a lot of like really interesting like aesthetics. And I really liked the sort of like breaking from strict like elemental adherences. So here's the mood board for Chicana College. Um, we've got some reefs, some stuff in jars, some bioluminescent plants, some stingrays. This one was a very colorful tab. Yay, I'm glad that this is inspiring people to like go and work on their lore. Like I just want like to help people like play around with their layers. Honestly, it makes me want to go and work on my lore, which has been on hiatus since like 2020, I think, maybe 2019. Um so yeah, a lot of like water stuff meets mad sciencey stuff. Top three dragons. Starting over here with the Spiral Kroken. I think she just has peak mad scientist vibes. Like, you can look at her and immediately tell, like, she's up to crazy, possibly unethical, like, robotics stuff. I really like the interplay of all the orange and teal in her outfit. Um, like, the dragon herself is orange and teal, and I really like how all of the apparel like really helps all of the disparate parts kind of pop. Like the that lightning fest apparel like helps bring out more of the teal, but then the celebration stage apparel brings out more of the orange, and it's just very like cohesive, which I really like. Saffron Wasp is crazy good. Like, I love it. I love the little pops of teal within it. It's gorgeous. Very good dragon. Really like their vibes. Um, Kunhap? Kunhap? It said this one was named after a dessert from. I don't remember where. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it real fast. I feel silly for not including this information, and I want to get it right. I don't want to sound like talk out of my ass. Bolivian. Cunyape. Cunyap? Cunyape? It's based off a Bolivian, the named after a Bolivian pastry, which I did not look up. I'm actually gonna. Which is. Oh! I might have had these before. It's a cheese bread. Okay, yes, I have had these at a Brazilian restaurant. They're very good. Um, so what I said about her is I can't not love a good like dusty, earthy tundra. She is a fire dragon, but her whole vibe is just so earthy that it's like, what is she doing in the fish by a reef? And as I looked more into the lore, it became apparent that this is a college that brings researchers and professors together uh, from different flights to come and study. And there wasn't a whole lot of lore about her. Just that she's a theory of magic professor. And I want to know more. I want to know what her deal is. I want to know how she gets along in a coral reef, basically. Is Fish by a Reef coral? I know the Sea of a Thousand Currents is fresh water, right? I don't know. I don't pay enough attention to site lore. Next one is Almach, who perfect mix of like arcane and water aesthetic. Like there's such a good mix of like magic, but then like watery vibes. It's like this feels like a pool that's a portal to another world. If I remember, they finally retconned it into saltwater with a Fathom release. Okay. But this is a dragon that is like I said, they look like a like vaporwave pool that if you step inside the pool, you're gonna get sucked to another dimension. Love how little apparel he has. It's all environmental stuff, which I love. I've got a similar spiral who is very vapor wavy, who I've put an accent on him and then like two pieces of apparel, and that's all he needs. And I love it when I can find a dragon that needs very little apparel. Um, his lore is really cool and pretty spooky. His lore is that he like phases in and out of like corporeality, and that sometimes freaks out his students because he'll like be lecturing and then he'll disappear and his disembodied voice will like carry on the lecture. And I just think that's really cool. Like there were a lot of like really cool ideas in Rare's Lair. I wish that there had been more detail, which I'll talk about in my like final thoughts. But overall, it was like the snippets that I got were all really cool, and I really liked reading about them, especially Almach. Best dressed dragon, Telperion. Really, sometimes less is more. Like, very little of this dragon is covered up, and I think that was the smart move. Like, he's got just enough of, like, accent and, like, jewelry that it helps all of his colors pop. Like, all of the silver works really well with his colors I think that's antique Nox dyed. Um, and it's just like everything's just like very cool and regal. And yeah, this palette is just beautiful. I love it. I wish I had something like this in my lair, but also I know it wouldn't fit my lair, you know. But like really good like apparel and the way that it kind of covers up parts of um, the Firefly tertiary and makes it just look like he's sparkly. It's just like this is such good like regal, elegant ice vibes. I'm very into it. So my overall thoughts, lots of really well dressed dragons. If you want some good like apparel ideas for a wide range of different aesthetics, you should check out this tab. Because like there's like dragons from every flight, and each one is kind of like a flight representative. And so they all carry like a specific aesthetic, a specific vibe that I think really like was communicated well throughout this. This person clearly understands how to dress dragons. I really like how much diversity there is, although the layout to me felt a little disjointed. But that's probably just because I'm biased towards arranging layers by color, and I'm not really sure what the arrangement was in this, but you know, you do you. If that's how you want your layer to be arranged, then do whatever feels right to you. Like I'm just someone that it's like I'm a sucker for a gradient, you know. Um, I like the snippets of lore. Like I said, I really wanted more detail. I wanted to know more about these characters. Like Almox really felt fleshed out. The others seemed to be a little bit more work in progressy, which is fine. Like most of my dragons are works in progress. A lot of them don't have lore. A lot of them have like half finished bios. I've got one dragon who has the bio template, but no art, no nothing in there, and so like I get like things become like shuffled around, especially when you have a lot of dragons. Um, but yeah, I encourage Rare to keep writing lore and to keep like exploring these concepts because they are really cool. I really like them, and I wanted to know more about like the sort of like politics of this lair, which I probably could have gotten more of if I went to their main tab. But when I was looking through, it's like this was the one that I felt like I could say the most about. Lair number 3 is Floxy, and their tab was the Outer Woods. Hmm. I got too much boba in my drink. It's like half boba. I didn't I didn't know that they were going to put like two large scoops of boba in this. Okay, Floxy, The Outer Woods. Lair vibes. Boba heap, yes. And it's like pinkish orangish boba too, so it looks like I've just got like giant salmon roe in my drink now that all the liquid is gone. Curse boba drink, just salmon roe. Actually, I think that there is an artist that I follow on Instagram who has done that concept. Odorette. Odorette on Instagram and on Tumblr. Odorette does like curse lava lamps and curse popsicles and curse bobas. I love their art. Their art is great. It's very inspiring to me, honestly. Okay, sorry. Lair vibes of the Outer Woods, right? The Outer Woods. Um, Tangled raspberry brambles, canopy cover so thick you can't even see the sun, and like serpents like carved into stone. Like there was nothing like specifically about that in the lair or in the lore, but it's just like I looked at this lair and I thought of like those like Hindu temples that have like the all of the snakes, and I think I included Hi, Rowan. Thank you. I'm glad you like these vibes. Thank you for joining in on the stream. I hope that you like what I have to say about your lair. I really liked your lair. It was really good. Okay, here is the mood board. Obviously, like very like naturey, very rainforesty is the kind of feeling I get. I think that the overall like look of the lair was more like temperate forest. Is that what it's called? Like a non-rainforest. But like this was where my heart led me in the mood board. Like this is where I was like drawn to, like aesthetically. Hi, Miha. Say hello. Oh, now you're gonna stop talking. Can you guys hear the little kitten purse? Burp. She's not a kitten anymore. She's gonna be 9 in a month, but she's still tiny, and she's my baby. Miha gatita. Hi. Are you gonna sit on my lap while I do these reviews? I cannot believe that she's a woman. I know. She will always be my baby. Percy is definitely like an old man now though, and I need to get a working webcam so that I can have like I can show her off. Because she really likes that I have a desk. She really likes sitting on my lap while I'm at the desk. She doesn't get up on the desk. Honestly, she doesn't get up on my keyboard. She doesn't like play with my mouse. She just like hops up on my lap and curls up and like goes to sleep. Perfect cat. Like wonderful cat. I love this creature. Okay. Moving on. My top 3 dragons. It was hard to pick just 3. By the way, this was a small tab, but really good dragons. Really, really good dragons. And I had a very hard time whittling down. Like, I kept going back and, like, I opened up the entire layer, like, the entire tab in, like, separate tabs, like browser tabs. And I just kept, like, going back and forth. This one probably took me the longest to do this page. I really love the vibes plus mood board hidden to these. Gives a really nice sense of how the dragons fit into the lair. Thank you. That was like the whole like idea behind it of like I didn't want to show the entire didn't want to show the entire lair. I didn't want to just show screenshots, but I wanted to still give like the feeling I got. Cathonia is crazy. You're right. Slays in a festival crown. Never thought I'd see it. Freaking wild. Like Queen of Hearts vibes. Like I go to a royal tea party and I have to end up like running for my freaking life because someone's coming after me with an axe calling for my head. Like regal, scary, like roses. Just yes. Incredible accent. That layers over the jeans like so well. Like I only just now looking at her realized that she has a lace tertiary. I thought that the pattern on her neck was like part of the like the sort of creamish colors on the neck were part of the accent because it's just like it looks like embroidery, like so good. I'm really obsessed with how the crimson eye cloak layers with that accent and it makes it look like the crown plus the cloak plus the accent are all like layers of like one really intricate piece of apparel. Like it's just like veil on a veil. It's mwah, beautiful. This is like easily one of my like the best dragons that I saw doing these layer reviews. I just like I remember opening that tab, immediately seeing her, immediately opening her up and just like staring for a while because it's just like this dragon is so dope. This is such a good dragon. Next up is Cardamom. More really good apparel layering. I really love the bridle over the rogue mask. Fun fact, the specific crown as a tarot themed accent, because I know it from a tarot event. I believe it was the Empress tarot accent. So yeah, your vibe's right. The dragon is a queen. Specific accent as a tarot theme accent. That really good. I might have to go looking into that accent artist because that is very, very good. And I can see the Empress vibes. Like looking at it now, it's like, yeah, that really gives the vibes of that card. About Cardamom, really like the layering of the rogue mask with the bridle. It just like transforms the piece. It transforms both of them and makes them look like they're part of the same apparel, and it's just like really adds this sort of like feral warrior, like Amazonian sort of vibe. Cathonia is one of my favorites, and love to hear this about her from someone else. Also, I love that mood board. Thank you. You're welcome. Like I said, I had a lot of fun. It took me a while. If I'm going to do these kind of reviews again, I am going to open up applications for them like a week in advance instead of 2 days in advance, and like give myself like a couple of days to work on them, because the only reason I had enough time to even do all of these was I was able to leave work like 2 hours early on Wednesday. I wasn't supposed to, but I did. Anyways, about Cardamom. I really like the feral hunter vibes. She really, really feels like she grew up in the wild. Like, the whole look really matched her lore. Her lore was like, she's sort of this like feral bog snake that's living in a swamp in this like lair, and she like doesn't really understand like hospitality. I'm so glad that people are liking these. If I do Lair reviews again, absolutely jump on them. I'm going to, like I said, probably do these like once a month. I think like maybe the start of each month would be a good time to do them, to like just like sort of reset the stream schedule. And then Demeter. I always thought it was Demeter, but then that Dracula movie came out and it was The Last Voyage of the Demeter, and I question my knowledge of pronunciation of Greek names. Really good overlap of wind and nature aesthetics. She really looks like the Bamboo Falls like come to life. Although I could be wrong, I think that Bamboo Falls is actually water and wind, not wind and nature, but you get what I mean. It's like, it's very like bamboo forest, like sort of an eastern vibe. Really loved how her lore has like these hints of darkness about like her brood, and like where there is life there is death. It was very fitting considering her namesake. And it was just very interesting to me. It was like very eerie and creepy, and I really wanted to know like a lot more. That was kind of like, I do think Floxy said in their application, in their sign up, that they have too many story ideas and switch around dragons too often to have too much permanent, like, unchanging lore. But I gotta say, like, all of the written lore was just so immaculate. Like, it was so good, and I wanted to know more, and the characterization really came across. Best Dressed Dragon was Radagast, which go off with that color matching. I really like how the Autumn Wood apparel, like, really strongly matches the Carrot Glimmer. Love that this is a tab full of women who are so off-putting. Good for her, PNG. Yeah, no, this was, like, ladies who all have something weird going on, and I really like that. Also, the Mosswood trim really ties everything together. The nature aesthetics were just so strong with this lair. It was just really impressive to see. I promise that was my boba and not anything else. That noise that just happened. But yeah, this was really good, really good. Like apparel matching to the color and to the vibe, and it's like you can really like get the vibes of this dragon. All of the outfits were really good. Like I don't think there were any that I disliked. This it was such a small tab, but everything was so good that like I said, this one like took me the longest to put together. Overall thoughts, theming immaculate. The theming is so strong. Every dragon that you look at, you're like, yeah, this belongs in a creepy, deep, dark forest. Um, and I really liked that it wasn't just green and brown, because I think that a lot of layers that are going for like a forest aesthetic tend to fall back on green and brown. But there's a lot of oranges and reds in this tab that really helped the dragons pop. It really helped like the dragons each feel like individual, and it gave a better understanding of like what it is to be in nature, because nature isn't just green, you know. Thank you for your input on my lore. I love sitting down to write out moody snippets for my dragons. It's really good hearing feedback. Definitely makes me want to go deeper and add some more to my dragons that don't have any yet. Yeah, like the lore is really well written. Honestly, I'm probably going to like check back on your lore like every once in a while just to see where it's going, like what the snippets are like, because the snippets were just so well written. Like I like that they were stories too. Like I like just having like a paragraph of like explanation, like exposition about a dragon. But I am someone who my lore mostly exists in the form of like short stories. And so I really like that sort of like it felt very familiar to me. It was kind of written in a very similar style to how I write my stuff. And it was just really like really cool and really nice to see. I really liked it. All right, last one. Looks like the stream is going to be just about an hour long, so right on with normal length. And like I said, I'm going to probably save the VOD for this. Like tomorrow night, I'll download it. So if anyone wants to go back and rewatch the VOD, I will probably put it up on YouTube. I might make a new YouTube account just for dragon stuff, because I have a YouTube account that I used to do video essays on, and I haven't uploaded to it in like 4 years. But I don't know how I feel about taking that account that is like mostly about Batman Beyond and it hasn't been updated in years and putting Flight Rising stuff on there. Maybe I should. Maybe I just should, just because I'm too lazy to start a new account. But I do kind of want to start downloading VODs of some of my streams. Like I want to download my Mass Hatch as well, because that's always the most fun stream, and I always feel sad that I can't go back and like rewatch it. Like what I would give to re-experience the hot dog auction, the most money I have ever made off of a single dragon. That was insane. Was that my first Mass Hatch stream? I think that was the first year I did it. I think that was in 2020. It was wild. Okay. Osteophagy, my good friend Mo. Hot Dog was unhinged. And Dragon is still active, has the art that Drake did for her. Hot Dog, yes, legendary. Osteophagy, The Place. Again, there were like 3 tabs that were given. I really liked the overall vibes. This one was like my favorite. All of the vibes on Mo's tabs are great, but this one was just my favorite. Lair vibes. Sunflowers against a summer sky. Bronze Age artifacts unearthed in an archaeological dig. Wards against the evil eye. Yes, some prime aesthetics. This one was described as just vibes, and like the vibes are great. I love the vibes. Man, that really does not sound good on mic, does it? I'm sorry for making fart noises with my boba. Okay, and here is the mood board. This one was hard to do a mood board for. I'm gonna, like, the vibes were so good that it's like I wasn't really sure. Powerful audio experience of boba slurp on mic. ASMR, but it's just horrible boba slurping. Um, this layer was hard to do a mood board for. I struggled. Um, Mostly because I really wanted like the bronze artifacts because bronze is such a like strong color in the second tab of this layer. That's like I really wanted to get that vibe of like this like ancient unearthed feeling that I had. But I'm looking at it now. I'm not sure if that particular image fits with everything else, but it I really wanted to include it. Yes, excited for bronze. I don't actually know if any of the bronze dragons are on my top three. Let's see. No, they're not. Whoops. um, Top three dragons though. Dice. For those who don't know, I run a Flight Rising Discord that I started when I started streaming. Also accept turquoise. Um, I have a Flight Rising Discord. If you are over the age of 18 and no longer in high school, you can send me a message on Tumblr or Flight Rising asking for a link. It's just a chill, it's just a place to hang out and talk about Flight Rising. It's a pretty chill place. But Mo and I go back, God, like over 10 years, I think. Or was it 10, just about 10 years? We've been friends for quite a while. And sending you a message, yes, I will be happy to send you a link. Um, we often like post like dragons that we hatch. And just the other week, Mo hatched Dice, who is a turquoise mage Gen 1. Yeah, about 10 years. I think we've been friends about that long. Um, Dice, crazy hatch. Talk about Mo got two doubles like in a row that day. I can't remember the colors of the other one. It was not as like interesting to me, but Dice like so good and like almost immediately got gened up. Just gorgeous dragon. Um, Such good luck. This dragon gives me the vibes of like an old hippie who runs an art gallery in Taos, New Mexico. Which I don't know if anyone watching this has ever been to Taos, but Taos has a very specific like old hippie like vibe. Like there's literally like the Taos hum. There's like a hum that people can hear within the like town limits, and it's crazy. There's a music festival there called the Taos Vortex, put on by Meow Wolf. Anyways, old hippie in the desert vibe, running a like art shop, like a weird quirky aesthetic art shop. Next one is Mykonos. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Mykonos. This is absolutely crunchy old lesbian hippie. You've described the old artist before. That's so cute, aspirational. Yeah, I love like Taos and like the people in Taos. It's crazy. Mykonos. Okay, I am obsessed with those big dark eyes. Like it's like a hoofed creature that you find in the forest, and I thought I had written more about them. I might have accidentally deleted half of that little paragraph. I was going to say, like, this is like a deer that you see in the forest, but then you realize that, like, there's something wrong with this deer. Like, there's something off. Like, this deer kind of, like, shimmers or, like, sparkles, and, like, you can't quite figure it out, but then it's like like move just the wrong way and it goes bounding off and it's gone. and you don't know what you just saw, but you think you might have just seen like a god. That's the vibe that I get from Mykonos. Like, I don't know if that's what you were going for, but that's like what I am getting. And then Wolf. As you guys have probably noticed, I am a simple man. I like female tundras. I love a big fluffy dragon. um, Tundras and obelisks are my faves. I think obelisks just slightly started to outnumber tundras in my lair, but my lair is mostly obelisks and tundras. In cryptid lore, there are deer creatures known as not deer, and it's a thing where they like sort of deer but sort of not. And Mykonos gives that vibe. Yes, that's yeah, it's like cryptid deer vibes. That's definitely like what I meant. But I especially love female tundras in sand dune rags. I've got one, two. I pretty sure I've got at least one of my own. Hold on. Am I wrong? Please don't be wrong. Yeah, I do. Farista. Okay. I just love tundras in the sand and rags in general. I've got two on my first page with that same apparel. Not the same outfit, but also sand dune rags. But yeah, it's like I saw that. It's like that one's going on this page. But also I really like the color balancing, like the white and the blue and the brown just all work together really nice and really satisfyingly. And also a basic primary, like shout out to basic. Like we love a basic bitch in here. Um I just basic is a valid turt and valid gene. I mean, it's a valid turt, but it's valid as any gene. And I think that some people are afraid of using basic, but I don't think you should be. Basic is good. Basic is good. Basic can be very very powerful. I've got quite a few dragons with basic genes, like deliberately with basic, and it's like not like they match poorly with the other genes. It's just like basic just looks good. I like that like flat matte dragon. Speaking of Mykonos, they were gened with those fountainless nature springs, deep turquoise water, trees turning colors along the banks in fall and mine. So not deer feels like a good answer to that environment. Hell yeah. Best dressed, hard to pick. Mo is very good at dressing dragons. I'm pretty sure in the past I have gone to them for feedback on dressing dragons. My favorite, though, as far as outfit, was Polymorph. Something that I really liked about this tab was how many of the outfits were made of like accessories, because like a lot of these dragons are wearing user-made accents, and even the ones that don't take up a lot of like real estate on the dragon, there's only like bits and pieces of apparel, and I like that. I can get behind a big statement piece of apparel, but I really like accessories, and that's why I grinded so hard during Pirate Week so that I could get as much of that jewelry as I could. Like the hoop earrings, I needed a million of them. And I got so many, and I haven't used all of them, but I still am like, that's not enough. I need more. Everyone's gonna have hoop earrings in my lair now. I also like how the pixie procession and the layered cobwebs help to bring out the blue in the skink. I think that like I tend to shy away from clay skink a lot, even though I like the color clay and I like skink. I tend to shy away from it because the blue tends to like the blue on that kind of like purpley brown tends to throw me off. But I think with those little bits of blue apparel, it kind of like helps tie everything together. Polymorph is really good. Yeah, I really like this dragon. And final thoughts. For a tab that's described as pure vibes, I still get a really clear overall vision. The gradient of colors is really satisfying to look at. There are so many good accents, a lot that really play with the shape of the dragon. That's something that Mo has always been like drawn to. Is like an accent that like turns the head of the dragon into like a biblically accurate angel, you know? Um I don't know what else to say about this layer because this is so cohesive and like there's not really any lore, but it doesn't really need any lore. It's just there to look good, and it does. Polymorph is a favorite dress of mine. I love her so much. I feel like she rarely gets shouted out, but you're a man of immaculate taste. You're welcome, and also thank you. So yeah, that was the Lair reviews. Um, this was really fun. I'm gonna put the schedule back up for anyone who missed the schedule. Um, this was a lot of fun. I had fun putting these together. Um, I really, I like getting to see people's lairs. I think that this was a fun stream. This feels like the most interaction that I've been doing on stream. I feel less like I was just sort of sitting there in silence, like just kind of muttering to myself. So I'd really like to do this again. If anyone has any feedback, please let me know. If you would like to be alerted the next time I open up signups for this, you should go to my forum thread um, and get yourself on the ping list. There's a schedule for the rest of the month. Couple things to point out. The week, so for the 23rd, that will be my Mass Hatch stream. There won't be a stream, like a regular stream that week. And then on the 30th, there will be a stream, and there won't be a stream on the 31st, because I want to, like, be able to enjoy Halloween. I am going to try to get a webcam soon. But yeah. The Mass Hatch stream is going to be fun. I've got like 77 eggs, and I'm trying to get some more. But actually, I might keep it at 75 for the stream. So I might like do some like pre-celebration like egg hatching on the 10th and the 17th, just depending. But yeah, the Mass Hatch stream is fun. I don't know if I'm going to live auction dragons this year. It's kind of a lot of work, and it's hard to juggle. But I'll figure something out. Yeah. Thank you everyone for joining in. This was a really fun stream. I had a great time. Next week is going to be, I'm going to dress up your dragons for you. And by the way, that will be free. Okay. Maybe at some point in the future I might charge, but I at least for now, I'm keeping everything free. I want you guys to just be able to like join in and like have fun and not have to like pay to be involved. So yeah, we're going to dress up dragons. I'll probably open signups for that in a day or two. And I'll just leave the signups open for a while, and I won't cap it off, and I'll just do like a random number generator to choose the dragons, like choose which ones I do, so that it's like it's fair and I'm not like favoring anybody. So yeah, hope everyone has a great night. VOD should be available. I don't know how long it takes the VOD to like save. But like I said, I'm gonna try to save the VOD. But it should be available for 2 weeks on Twitch, and then I'll try to put it up on YouTube. All right, good night, everybody. Thank you so much for coming out. This was a ton of fun. If you have any feedback, please feel free to send it to me. Bye.